Everyone felt something there, right? So this is the least lonely person here, right? Now, who's the second least lonely?
There's gonna be one less lonely girl.
You see how ridiculous this is? Yo, this will be, I think, my most unpopular video of all time. And that's because I'm going to be coming after something that a lot of you guys, every single one of you guys watching this video, hold very near and dear. And that's the community. Ho, ho, ho! Andrew's gonna come after the community? Yeah, I am. Just a little bit, alright? Just a little bit. And why am I gonna do that? Well, because you guys started it. I just put up a little harmless video on Instagram where I put the System of a Down song in the background of a recent video that CrossFit put on their YouTube channel.
Imagine a world where...
And everyone came for the freaking throat. Do you not understand that this is the best thing that they put out recently? Do you not understand that if you hold everybody in an affiliate, I think this was Extra Sloppy who said this, they're gonna say how great the community is? And I'm like, yeah, okay. You are correct.
You're goddamn right.
Absolutely, positively, you're right. Now what? What do you want to do with that? Because by the end of this video, I hope that you see how kind of ridiculous it is that, one, all I said is that the fittest on earth moved on over to the loneliest on earth. So we're also going to be talking about that article that came up somewhere at the end of November. Loneliness is making you sick and CrossFit can help. But the other thing that I've been hearing quite a bit is, why are you always just attacking?
Is that what you think? You think?
And I'm always just attacking, which I don't think that I was necessarily doing there. I could see how maybe you would think that I was attacking, but I was just having fun with it. System of a Down, such a lonely day.
Such a lonely day.
Freaking change the background, put a filter on it, and put over some stuff. I just thought that it was quirky and funny. However, I also very much disagree with the message of what they're trying to do on that YouTube channel. What do you do if you're CrossFit and your message to everybody via Don Fall? We hear him talk about it all the time. We need more people. We need more people. So you make a video and you think that it should be speaking to people outside of CrossFit, right? I don't think anybody could have fallen off the tracks yet. You should be thinking, right, video, it's not for us, it's for everybody else. If there's a world of 8 billion people, and let's just say, I don't know, 1 to 2 to 3 million of them have done or have heard of CrossFit, probably more at this point, but you get what I'm saying, right? Where it's this much, and everybody else is who you're trying to talk to. Hope they see this video, and maybe they wander on into an affiliate. Cool. With that video, what do you hear for those people? The big thing that you're gonna hear over and over and over and over again is the community.
All of that is supported by strong local communities.
In fact, I'd argue it's more the community aspect.
More connected, more empowered people.
Those people mean more to me than anything else, man.
These people are genuine.
It's just that everyone here is very supportive.
And that's what people kind of came at me for in that video, where I was kind of poking at it. Wasn't trying to be negative, wasn't trying to ruin Christmas, as some people were saying, but I'm looking at it in the point of, who are you talking to? I have this big thing where when you try to talk to everybody, you're essentially talking to nobody. You're left thinking, what do I do with this thing? Nothing! Now, I understand that that's a me thing, but what should be an everyone thing is, imagine that's just playing in the airport on a TV screen. People are watching it and they're thinking, community, community, community. Okay, what is this, Alcoholics Anonymous? They're talking about the community? I went to a Bears game the other day, and I'm walking through the tailgate, and some people had been there since 8 or 9 a.m., which is 3 hours before the football game starts. That's a community of people. And what I'm not going to find is anywhere on the Chicago Bears website, anywhere on the Chicago Bears media, no one on the Chicago Bears side of things is going to be talking about the tailgate, the people there. However, they're all going to be there. And not one person is going to say that there is not a lot of fun being had at those tailgates. Some people live for the tailgates at a Chicago Bears game, right? Just like some people right now, who maybe are even the people commenting in my comment section, live for their CrossFit gym, live for their community. And I'm like, all right, I 100% get it. But you're not going to that spot if you're also not a Chicago Bears fan, if you don't know who the quarterback of the football team is. And even somebody who pays this much attention to football can still watch the football game and understand it and watch them go back and forth and back and forth. And this is not me trying to say that the CrossFit Games needs to be talked about over and over and over and over again. But CrossFit does need to get its message of what it is across to everybody. And that message cannot be the freaking community. You can't sell the freaking community in the world that is Jocko is over here and Jocko's the extreme accountability guy. You can't sell codependence. That's what you're doing when you put, oh, the community's so great. Oh my God, I just love going there. It's the reason that I wake up in the morning. Do you hear what you're doing here? 2 Google searches. This one's gonna drive you guys nuts. Go to the F45 website. Guess what? Mark Wahlberg's selling his F45 freaking community. Go on over to the Orange Theory website. Guess what? They're selling their community. And guess what? They aren't wrong either. Just like you guys aren't wrong. No one's wrong when they're talking about their community, because I can't change the way that you feel about something. When I drink this C4, I 110,000% know that it makes me feel good inside. I like drinking this C4, right? But for some people, it's gonna give them freaking panic attacks.
That's too damn bad!
And that's them. I can't change the way that something makes you feel. When I buy an iPhone, I buy the iPhone because I like the way it feels. You know, it's got this great design. It feels really super expensive. I know that it's got the 48 megapixel camera. I know it's got the freaking big screen on it. And I also know that at this point in time, if I were to get rid of this, I would have to deal with the green bubbles. Yeah, when you're in a group chat with all these people, or maybe I won't have a freaking fiance in there because she can't deal with the green bubbles. There's literal people out there. I'm not saying Alexis is one of them, but there are literal people out there like, oh, you have green bubbles? Nope, this isn't gonna work. You're an Android person? What are you, poor? You won't see Apple promoting that, but you're gonna see it everywhere else. The same way where I understand that the people in my comment section love the community, right? I can see the people at the Chicago Bears game loving their community. I understand, but it's not the job of the people who are trying to blast the message to the planet to talk about anything other than the freaking phone, the freaking drink, or the freaking quarterback of the freaking Chicago Bears. And when it comes to CrossFit, you're no better than F45 when you talk about the community. You're no better than Orange Theory when you talk about the freaking community. And if I type in CrossFit community into YouTube, there's like 8 videos up recently. It was community. Well, what about the methodology? Greg Glassman wrote the freaking book, literally the book. You know, he wrote the book on it. There's a freaking 1,000 things that you could put out there. And hidden in that video is the sickness, wellness, fitness continuum. And they just go, ooh, look at this thing. But what is that? That could be a video in and of itself. Which brings me to the point. CrossFit is better than Orange Theory. CrossFit is better than F45. But if you talk about the community, it waters it down to the level of those things. 2002 CrossFit Journal article. I think it's titled, What is CrossFit? And when you go to What is CrossFit, you're not going to find community freaking written anywhere other than the fact that it's the only community where you're going to be doing gymnastics coupled with barbell movements, weightlifting movements, put together so that you could have these freaking outcomes of devastation. That's what's different about CrossFit compared to the other things out there where you could just go and work out bodybuilding. Yeah, mind muscle connection. I talked to you about that the other day when I was doing my freaking Craig Ritchie bodybuilding workout, right? In that article right here, our workhorse movements include deadlifts, squats, pull-ups, running, lunging, push-ups, dips, presses, clean and jerks, snatches, climbing, all this stuff, right? Handstanding and some hybrid movements like the wall ball and the thruster and the clean and jerk. Right there, that one paragraph in that article from 2002 could be an entire 1-minute video on itself telling you what it is that you get out of CrossFit. You go in to do these movements with the weightlifting things, and every single one of you knows what a tailgate is as a result. Oh, I'm gonna go watch the Bears. Oh, you wanna show up a couple hours earlier? Do the Bears tell you to show up a couple hours earlier? No. Does Apple try to make you feel like a dumb, poor idiot for having green bubbles on your phone? No, your friends do.
Idiot.
Does CrossFit tell you that it's going to make you less lonely if you go into a CrossFit affiliate? Yeah, they freaking do. Apparently, CrossFit tells you that you're a freaking loser, and CrossFit can make you feel less like a loser. Loneliness. Well, what loneliness, right? Loneliness, loser. It's a freaking, what is it? It's use the same letter over and over again. I don't know. It's the same thing. Loneliness is making you sick, and CrossFit can help.
Is that what you think? You think?
In the golden age of connectiveness, 23 billion text messages sent worldwide, 333 billion emails, and 4.08 billion users spend an average of 2 hours and 24 minutes on social media each day. Yet we're lonelier than ever.
Oh well.
And the growing prevalence of loneliness is more than just sad, it's a serious health issue. Now, for the good news, there is a place where you can treat the whole problem all at once. In fact, there are 13,000 of them all over the freaking world. I added the freaking, that's an Andrew-Hillerism, the freaking. Now, you read this article, and it's going to hit you in the feels, because this dude named Steve Wheat, who was 51, his wife got sick, he had to take care of her, he was kind of stuck to the house taking care of his wife over and over and over again for years, and then all of a sudden he was 75, and he goes, I don't feel so great. He doesn't feel so great in the head. So he found a CrossFit affiliate, and he made some friends, and then the entire article was born, and the things that they reference, because when you make an article like this, you have to have something to reference, is click on the little blue button, 1/3 of people, it brings you over to the CDC website, which right there, dead stop, might infuriate enough of you guys to think we're referencing a CDC website on the CrossFit.com article. And if you don't want to stop there, and you do think that maybe, just maybe, this is an idea that maybe someone over at the CDC website can now whittle their way into CrossFit, you got to go to this report. There's a report button on there because the CDC website is referencing a report done by the National Academies of Science, Engineering, Medicine. And I would bet a pretty substantial amount of money that the original creator of this article, whose name is Brittany Celine, did not get this far into the weeds, but I did. So when I click on this PDF article that is titled Social Isolation and Loneliness in Older Adults and the Opportunities for Healthcare Systems, which was written in 2020, which mind you is kind of peak pandemic time, you scroll down a little bit and what you're gonna find is this spot where it says under reviewers, this consensus study was reviewed in draft form by individuals chosen for their diverse perspectives and technical expertise. There are a lot of words that might make a lot of you feel a whole bunch of different ways. But the big one that I want to point out is consensus. Now, 2 seconds. We're going to go look up what the word consensus means. A general agreement. When I click on the images page, it's just a whole bunch of people shaking hands and giving a thumbs up because that's all it is. When a whole bunch of people say one thing, then apparently all of a sudden it becomes scientific, which is kind of where CrossFit was born and bred. There was a whole bunch of people that decided that if you squatted below parallel, then it was going to make your knees freaking explode.
And I think CrossFit is dangerous.
It's unhealthy to squat below parallel. In walks Greg Glassman and he goes, actually, you're wrong.
Excuse me?
Here's a whole bunch of research and evidence that this is not true. Everyone loses their freaking mind. However, some people didn't lose their mind. Some people stayed the course. Some people started to understand. Stay the course, 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 and stay the course forever. And eventually, he stayed the course so freaking strong that a billion of you stupid idiots over there kicked him out the door for staying the course. Talking about the tweet, of course. But that's neither here nor there. What he's doing now over at Broken Science is the same thing that he did when he started CrossFit, is he defined what it is. He gave you a definition of fitness. And I already referenced it, I believe, in this take on this video where he's talking about in 2002, what is CrossFit? And there's also the What is Fitness article written in 2004. Everyone's seen fitness in 100 words. They've got the first standard of fitness, the second, and the third. In the first standard, they're talking about the 10 general physical skills. In the second, they mention the Hopper model. In the third one, they're talking about the energy pathways. And then right below that, they even have the sickness, wellness, and fitness continuum, which they did bring up in that 3-minute freaking super drawn out, never get to the point. And the only thing that you're left with is, oh, this feels good as somebody who does CrossFit. But why are they making that for people who do CrossFit, who understand what the community is all about? And if you're trying to do what that loneliness article did, which is you're trying to drag people in, you're making them codependent on something else. I don't think that any single one of you people out there
What do you mean, you people?
are going to say that that is a healthy way to live. And maybe I'm projecting a little bit with this one right here. I understand that wholeheartedly, that when I would have somebody in, they're like, what do you do here? And I go, I want to give you the tools for the rest of your life. I want you to, in 6 months, feel like you can pretty well do this on your own. I want you at 12 months, from 6 months to 12 months, feel like you kind of continue to learn along the way. And I also want you to know that if you stay here from 12 to 24, from 24 to 36 months, that you're going to continue to learn things either from myself or from the coaches who might know things differently from me. But I want you to continue your education. And I want you maybe to give that to some other people. Because what I feel as if what I was doing in that moment is I was giving them the tools that they came to get. It's what I can give you. And a lot of you guys can give to all these people too. I can give you the tools to save your own life. And maybe you can give those tools to somebody else. If you want to, you can get your buddy to get an iPhone so that they have the blue bubbles. I'm not gonna go on the street corner and hold out a freaking sign and go, join this, join my place so you have friends. Join this place where everybody gets along because we're all doing burpees together. It might keep them there. Maybe at 6 months, the main reason that they're still at my affiliate isn't for my brain or my coach's brains because they're not learning anything anymore, or my rusty old barbells in the corner. Maybe they're there because they like to come and work out with their friends, but that's not. That is so not what should have gotten them in there in the first place. And it's not where CrossFit was born and bred from. This is why Sevon keeps on saying there's no loneliness event at the CrossFit Games. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, how do we figure out which one of these 40 athletes is the most lonely of them all? You walk on up and you have a full conversation, and then the crowd votes thumbs up, thumbs down, because that's what consensus is. That's what Greg's trying to do over at Broken Science right now. What he did in CrossFit when he started. He's trying to say, you can't just everyone say thumbs up and all of a sudden it's science. That's what it is. It's like, oh, Roman, yeah, he hurt his foot. Yeah, he's probably feeling really lonely right now. Everybody clap. Oh, everyone's clapping. Oh, that must mean that Roman's the least lonely of everybody. Oh, this is great. Everyone felt something there, right? So this is the least lonely person here. right, now who's the second least lonely?
There's gonna be one less lonely girl.
You see how ridiculous this is? And again, I'm talking about the CrossFit Games. And this isn't about the CrossFit Games. It's about telling everybody what CrossFit is. The general physical skills. There are 10 of them. That's 10 videos. Tell everybody how we're different than weightlifters. Tell them how we're different than powerlifters. Tell them the benefits of adding gymnastics work or a long aerobic work into their powerlifting journey. Maybe it brings the powerlifter over. Maybe they stay for the community. And maybe, just maybe, they'll be in my comment section arguing with me about how the community is the greatest thing ever. And that's cool. And I have no problem with the community when it comes from the people in it. But what I do have a huge issue with is CrossFit with a freaking blowhorn on the building saying, "Come get friends! Everybody's nice here! We will save your lives with everybody around you!" We will save your life. We're just gonna start with giving them the tools to do it. And by the way, if I go do Fran over there today, and then I go do Murph tomorrow, and then I do a 5K on the next day, and then I do a deadlift 1 rep max on the next day, and then I do a bunch of pull-ups on the next day, and then I do a bunch of freaking bench presses and squats on the next day. That's a CrossFit program. It'd probably be even better if I went and I threw in a sport, and if I probably went 3 days on, 1 day off. And it'd probably be even better if I didn't even know what I was doing, and I pulled everything out, and it was randomized even more. But you see what I'm doing with that, and I can do that all right there. Right freaking there.
One less lonely girl.
But that's not the message that they're gonna tell you, because that doesn't get people into the affiliate, and that doesn't raise the bottom dollar. Getting people into the affiliates makes the affiliate owners happy. So they think. It's a short-sighted view at the big issue right here. Keep on telling everybody that you're the same as Orange Theory, that the same as F45. Just saw what happened to F45. They freaking tanked harder than the Titanic. Orange Theory can have a great community, but their program sucks compared to the CrossFit's. We all know that. It's not our job, maybe it's my job. I'm trying to make it my job to tell everybody else about it. But for frick's sake, remember where you came from. Remember why CrossFit started, and keep on beating the freaking drum. That's it. And Riller, out.
Please press that like button. No one touches there now.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success, while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. No, what are you waiting for? Do it!